Here I am to not save the day. Excuse me. Getting everything set up still. Okay, there we go. For whatever reason, it's really just annoying. I have to make sure everything is turned off and everything's good to go and all that fun stuff. So, just gonna get started here by doing some banking and talking at the same time. I didn't finish all my shopping yesterday. I gotta get that done later. As you probably, many of you know, I do shopping after flip so that I can get enough stock for the upcoming day. It was actually really good shopping yesterday. There was a lot of good stuff out there. I'm not sure why. Usually there's not as much as there was, but who am I to complain about lots of good stuff, right? Withdraw. So I just finished all of my writs. No more dungeons. Yay! Not a big fan of dungeons. And we have... Thank you for the follow, Charlotte. I would send you a present, but you just sent me one, and I feel weird. So we have a bunch of things that I would like us to do today. Talking about contests first, as usual. Let me get them open. I should do this later in the stream when more people are here, but whatever. So today is the 13th, which means tomorrow, ESO Housing Network contest is due. Their Twitch is below. And let us talk about the entry to that, which is in my ebony flask. It would be a 30-shot challenge, 30-slot challenge. I don't know if anybody has started working on it, if anyone can work on it, because it's a short notice at this point, but I'll show you my entry. And I did make it an open house, so if you want to see it in person and you have EHT, just, you know, pop on over. It's my ebony flask. I've been using more and more apartments lately, which means I'm going to run out of space sooner or later. So this is my ebony flask. Where's my, there it is. Did anyone come visit? Nope. I have a feeling, I'm always worried about the settings now. Yep, no access visitor. Because it changes on its damn own. So of course no one would visit. So I added a couple of extra effects to it, because now that I've entered the contest, which was a screenshot contest, I can change it to be what I want it to be. And what I want it to be was something a little bit better. So I have a frozen ice floor here and some snow. This is also going to be my entry into winter for ETU. So we killed 2 birds with 1 stone right there. The next one we were going to talk about, sorry, I'm referring to my little handy dandy sheet here, is the potato house for Mr. Ellis. Here is the link to Mr. Ellis's contests. Thanks, Penny. Let us go look at the potato in all of its glory while we talk about this. The potato is due on January 25th. You just shoot J. Hart Ellis a message and let him know that either from EU or NA that you want to enter this contest, and tell him where your potato will be found on that day. Make sure the access is set to that he can visit. Even if you just let him be the only visitor, you can do that. And then there you go. I actually need to tell him where the potato is, because I kind of didn't this time. Which is a good idea to do right now, actually, come to think about it. Okay, let's change this. Potato on beach. Set. Done. Okay, where are we at here? Anybody? Anybody? Jesus, take the heel on the 12th. That would be Cardi, by the way. His name is actually Jesus. So, Jesus, take the heel is kind of just a funny little thing. All right, hub. And then what we're going to do is we're going to update my effects so that he actually sees that. Publish to community. Confirm. No. Do not want to restart right now. Then we're going to check the settings to see if anyone can get in here. No. Visitor. Boom. I'm really getting tired of everything just flipping changing itself all the time. Really getting old, folks. Every time I come in my house, it's like that. So this was my hearth entry. Never gonna get rid of that. I'm actually really happy with that. This was my spaceship entry. That's gonna go somewhere else someday. I just don't know where. I'll have to stick it somewhere where it makes more sense. But here's my potato entry. It is Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, it keeps changing on everybody. It's not just us. What I want to do at some point is this. I should just do it now. See how it says visitor now? It will change on its own to no visitor within a minute or less. It's just crazy. So watch me change it to something else. I'll change it to no access, then to limited visitor, right? Visitor. And what I've noticed is that once you play with it a little bit, if you sit there long enough for maybe like 30 seconds, it'll change on its own. Thank you. I almost called you FRK, and then I didn't want to say, because somebody else I called FRK the other day and it wasn't. And I was a little embarrassed that I did that. So, and they're like, no, that's not me. And I'm like, damn it. So of course now it's not going to change on me, but that was the idea. So this is going to be my entry for the potato. No, that's why I hesitated, because I couldn't remember. I was like, is this FRK or is this the other one? Like, because I feel bad about that. But so this is I encourage you to enter the potato contest. It's not it doesn't have to be silly. It doesn't have to be serious. It can be whatever you want it to be. But that is the next one. The one after that, back to Skyrim. That is my breeze home. So let's pop over there. And I've been thinking about it, and I want to try some things. Thank you. I want to try some things. Back to Skyrim is for DDA only. So if you're not in DDA, you should join. It's a great guild. Wubin runs it. That would be who you contact. WUEBEN. And join up. We have a trader in Clockwork. And so you have that added benefit. There's a raffle every week. So I apologize for this. This is what's going to have to change. When you first come in, it's kind of crappy. And I've been thinking about maybe pushing it back and then lifting it up, which will give it some issues with first coming in, but I think I can get away with it. So we're going to play with that a little bit later. But this is my breeze home and my grand topol. It is an identical recreation, as much as I could with the items we have in this game, of the original breeze home in Skyrim. And you can see it's just as much. I mean, even the cheese is laying directly the way that, hi Kriya, the cheese was laying. I tried to get everything just right. So this is breeze home. Identical, hopefully, as much as it could be. Okay. Thank you. So that's for the Back to Skyrim January 25th. January 28th is parkour. Not gonna happen for Stabbies. Please see below. Stabbies facts of life. Stabbies can't jump. So Stabby is not going to be doing that. Winter for ETU is January 30th, and we saw that when we were looking at the first house. Resolutions. I'll show you. I think I finished resolutions. yesterday. It's in my Rosie line. I'm going to leave it open to interpretation. I'm not going to tell people what they should think it is. So all I want to say though is it's a Bosmer house. And that's pretty clear. It's the Bosmer resolution is what I titled it. So that should be clear. It's everything else that people need to think about. So that is also a J Heart J Heart contest. Come on, load. Boom. So this is the entry. Let me just sign this so it goes away. Okay. This is the J Heart entry for resolutions. It's got a little EHT going on, as you can see, but it's a Bosmer resolution. Checking permissions in here too. No access again. Fuck. Visitor. All right. No wonder nobody's been here. So it's a salad. I may tweak it a little bit by moving some of the vegetables to a little bit more sensible spots, but in general, it's done. You know, why would a Bosmer be eating a salad as their resolution? Or are they breaking their resolution? Is their resolution to stick to the pact a little bit more? Who knows? But either way, it's funny as hell. So that's my Bosmer entry for resolutions. The next one is Ouroboros. They are a new Discord cross-server site. Discord, whatchamacallit. Server, I guess that's what you'd call it. And here is the link to their contest. I cannot enter this one because I'm actually providing the prizes on NA. So I can encourage y'all to enter, but I will not. It's due on February 1st. You can include a pet based house or a farmyard. You could do a village shop, a garden, or an aquarium. And just join their server. I think the link is in that link I just gave you. And there you go. That should work. Next, February 5th, Hideout. I have not gotten started on this. This is Housing's Finest Builders. And then February 8th is DDA Love. So that's going to be, obviously, the love is going to be the Valentine's Day thing for DDA. And finally, last bit of news, Chrysaea has put a new showcase up. And there's the link, and it's for water features, hardscapes, water features, and fountains. So if you have any, I suggest you send them to her and take a look and see if you can help out and provide one of your own and share it with the community. I sent her a whole bunch this morning. You can always add to it. Let's see, Volsadal actually did post one already. So Volsadal, who follows me. So that's the news for the day. That is the news for entertainment. I have I should be doing, not be doing shopping, but I'm just going to grab some things out of the bank and then we'll move on. I just want to grab these things. Some of these things are not like the other. So we're going to try at some point during this stream today to futz with the breeze home and see if we can get it in the right position so that it doesn't have that weird look when you first come in. So that's the goal there. That's my big goal of the day. Excuse me. Yawn, still waking up. So let's do our rando. And I hope that that Cardi figures out a way to deal with all of the homes that have the wrong permissions. because it's getting really old to have like, 20 of those homes listed at the bottom that I can't visit because they have their permissions off or something. Not that it's their fault. It probably changed on its own. See, somebody I don't know. I know Squirrel, but I don't think I've ever been to anything of theirs. So let's go to Squirrel's Enchanted. And today I have to write a proposal for my boss. Trying to parlay my job into something a little bit more. I research for a genealogy company, and I do like basic background research. Oh, cool, Penny. I have not yet visited your potentates. I was holding off on that one until I could see it on stream. But I did see some of your others last night. So this is Squirrel 99. 574 items, no effects. Already, I can tell this is adorable. Look at these guys. Oh my god. How cute is that? I don't know. Maybe. I actually don't know, but I have had people complain about it. Huh. Yes. This is stupid cute and adorable. Really well done. So cute. And look at the little, the barn has been changed into a freestanding. I don't know. I will check into it, but I know that people on the forums have complained about it. Okay, so is this actually supposed to be ice, or is this a bathtub? I'm thinking it's ice, because if you're going to sit by the sauna here, you would then what? Maybe it's bubble bath. I don't know. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, so I couldn't tell you. I did buy this property. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. I thought I knew, and then I changed my mind. Hello, I can't see. Shariel, hello. It's some of the names they put in my overlay are like dark blue. Thanks for the follow, Shariel. So it's really hard to see when I'm looking at the overlay. Look at how well this is done. Now, with EHT, it would be a really easy task to select all of these and then pull down a button that says align with this or that, so that they're all the same height. So that would fix that problem of just trying to do it by sight. But, if somebody's not an EHT person, it's really hard to do. So it's just a little trick that I've learned from playing with it. I love that these are just regular items. These are fur-covered orcish thrones, but I like the fur-coveredness because it's just perfect for right, in the cold right by a fire. I mean, this whole raised section is quite nice. We're just checking out our rando of the day, and then we're going to move on. It's fine. It's good for some people. It's not for others, It's a matter of taste. Sometimes I see people make this into like a little village or something. But the thing is that, if I'm going to play with my breeze home and see if I can make it do what I want it to do, I'm going to use EHT for a multitude of reasons, including saving a backup before I do it. Because I do not want to F it up and then not be able to fix it. So this is the interior, and there is a lot going on, a lot of detail here. I get the sense this person is orcish. Just a thought. All the orcish touches here. It's an orc house. Oh, look at that! How smart! How cool is that? I wonder what they used as the ice. That's a mirror. Look, they put the totem over the Alinori fountain so that it looks like it's coming out of its mouth. That is really neat. It's a nice cobble. Yeah, Very clearly an orc house. Also, very nice fireplace here. And couch. The couch is just two beds put on an angle to one another. So if you ever want to make a couch, they're super easy to make. And they add so much. You know? What's over here? This looks like a bathroom. Oh, another toilet. I'm a big fan of bathrooms. They crack me up. You know, maybe that isn't a mirror. What is that? It's the bottom of one of those pets. I think this is the mud crab. That is funny. That is really amusing to me. That's a mud crab. Yep. How adorable is that? I don't know. Like, even as an orc, I'm not sure I'd want to sleep under Malakath, because Malakath's kind of scary, and he's got a battle axe. Yeah, seriously, it's really well used. Took me a bit to figure that out. Really cool though. Malakath is scary. Oh, wow, look at that. They sunk those sarcophagi tops enough into the wall that it looks like it's just popping out. That is really cool. Some great ideas in this house. Squirrel did a really nice job. Kitchen. Using the orcish cabinetry, which I love to use anyway. Okay, so they closed off the top portion. That's fine. Unless they want you to get at it from here. I'm not sure. Unless they close that off too. Oops. No, I went the wrong way. I'm a dumb arse. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good one. It's a good one. So real quick, I want to go to my house real quick and show you what just in general, what I'm thinking. But we'll go there, we'll do the backup, and that will keep things clear. Now, normally I would do a backup, an EHT backup. I would just use the normal save function. But I had a problem a while back where something was wrong with EHT and I lost an entire build. And I know the problem has been fixed since, but it's such a big risk that what I do now is I export it before I start working on it. So this is what we're going to do. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So here's the housing tools section. We're going to select all items. Yes, we want everything. And then we go to copy paste and we're going to clear this selection. We don't want this in here. And we'll do copy selection. We do not want to put everything away. If you put everything away, it would be cut and copy. We just want to copy it. So we confirm. So that's now everything in there saved by the permission, like by location. It will automatically, if I hit reproduce it, it will reproduce it. So what we're going to do now is import export. This, if you hit, I shouldn't have done that, but it was already selected, but I messed up. So this is what Cardi does when he wants to do an export. Now what's great about the way he does it is it actually tells you what items the build needs. So if you looked at it in plain text, you'd be able to see exactly what you need before you put it together. So you Control C, put it into a text document. That's what I do. You don't need to do it this way, but I do it because it's an extra protection. And so I do save as, and this will be my breeze home, and I save it in my documents. So now I have a text version just in case all goes wrong and my life is not over. Okay. So then we'll close this portion, and what I want to do is save this. So this will be the primary save. This will be saving it as breeze home. So that'll be save it. Selection is now saved. Everything is now saved. Okay? The thing that I'm thinking about doing is, you see this boat here? That's what I want to deal with. So what I'm thinking about is pushing it back so that the whole boat is in the house. So we're going to push this forward. Now we're moving everything forward so that it's including the boat in the house. The house will, if I can do this, I should make the changes bigger. The boat is part of this, whatchamacallit, this house build. So this is part of grand total. There's nothing I can do about that. So then I want to go, I was thinking about this at length yesterday. So I think what I'm going to do is, then you go up, we're going to get over the boat. If everything moves up properly. So that you can't see the boat from inside the house. So this is just something I was thinking about and trying to debate how I was going to go about doing this. So if you see things are in weird positions, it's because it's just taking its time to move things up. But it will eventually move everything up. So then the thought was, what I could do, excuse me while I get out of there, is as I move in, I could, so what I was thinking is this. I need to get some stairs. I think I have stairs. It's silent. No, strident strings. And as I port in, I'm going to put them right under me. So that way, this is really strange, but it's taking advantage of some of the bugginess of what this game has. So, like, I wanted to make it, it's really hard to explain, but the idea is I'm going to try to get myself so that I'm high enough when I port in that if I move forward, I'll be in the house, but you don't see that boat. Not entirely sure it'll work even, but the idea is to try. This is where I keep my structures. These were not the stairs I meant, but they might work. That's EHT. That's EHT. Essential Housing Tools. EHT has two portions to it. It's got the FX, which is when you post, you've probably seen this, where you can put just an item in front of you, right? But it's also got this section, which is building. And what a lot of people like myself think is that, it's almost impossible to build well without essential housing tools. Doing effects is simple. You don't have to do that. It's not for everybody. But there's more options to it than perhaps people realize. So, same thing. EHT also lets you do things like right click to put things away rather than having to hit E and then R and all those extra steps. There's plenty of really cool aspects to it, but people tend to dismiss it without really giving it a chance, and there's a lot to it that I think it makes it worth using, even if it's not your thing. So yeah, this is what I was hoping for. See, you can see it. You're in it. So what I want to do is put the stairs down. Now, which way was I seeing it? That's going to be a problem, not knowing. All right. I'm going to have to move them around anyway. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I guess if you come in, you'd be right by the boat. Where's that boat? Okay, there it is. So the boat, I know the direction from the boat is right about. We're going to have to move this with EHT by the entrance. This is EHT. This is EHT. that I'm using. This. Unless you mean my UI. If you mean my UI, it's just, hold on. It's doing something, so just give me a moment. Oh, it's fucking things up is what it's doing. Cancel, 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 cancel. Okay, if you, give me a minute. Oh, an hour from now. I think you mean my UI. It's Oblivion style UI, which you can get from Minion. If that's what you mean. The pale background. The list that gives all my furniture. I'm not sure what you mean. Let me finish doing what I'm doing, and then we'll. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You mean this? This thing? This is just retrieve. This is the normal part of the game. Retrieve. The only reason why it's a different color is because of my UI. This is just basic base housing. If this is what you meant. My UI is just that color. I use basic. See? This is just my UI. So that's not a program. It's just an add-on. It's just Oblivion style UI. That's it. You can have it too. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is select this with EHT. We're going to just select this one thing. And then I'm going to move it towards me. It's just the UI. I mean, it'll affect everything, not just the list. It's the user interface. So it's the whole interface. So everything that you interface with, like a normal, will look like this. So that's what it is. Okay. So if we go H, so back at the beginning, boom. All right, that's a thought. And then how are we gonna do this? I don't know that this is gonna work. I don't think it'll work. Oblivion style. It's literally what it's called. Oblivion style. I've been thinking about actually making the front of the house, but it's gonna be a bitch to do. But we'll see. Maybe I can do it. I'm not gonna do it right now though. But it's possible. I could do it maybe. It's actually not that far off. I can see it being, okay, I can see it. I need 3 more poles. All right, so that's to begin with. That's first step. I'm just gonna hit my trident again, and then we're gonna look at another house. So I want to look at the ones that are, like yesterday, subjects that we're gonna use in contests these days. So I have plenty of them listed that we can go through and talk about. Also, I should take pictures of fountains for my friend Chrysaea. Okay, so we're gonna grab a structural item. I want the poles that I was using. I don't know if they're in here. I wonder what kind of material they're considered. Whatever. Oh, probably courtyard. Courtyard's in Moonmirth. We're actually building here. The poles I use are the ones from, in this case I want really thick ones, so I'm using the ones from Reaper's March that have the barnacles on them, but I'm going to sink them down so you can't see the barnacles. And then you just get the big wide type poles, and you don't get the barnacles view. I know search works, you butthead. Zerb. I don't I don't need it. I know where it is. Sort of. Shut up. It snowed so hard yesterday. Changing. Ah, here we go. Post barnacle covered. The only problem I'm worried about is what if people come in and they don't, I don't know. They want to look around the house rather than just go straight in. I don't know. I need to figure out some way to restrain people from exploring around the house, because it certainly doesn't look like a Nord town. It's a friggin' island. So I'll show you where I get these posts. And then we'll go look at another house. I know he will. That's what part of the problem is, Jayhart. All right, so we need 2 more posts. 100 gold. I'm breaking the bank here, folks. All right. The next house I wanted to take you to is a shop. And that is one of the things that that we were talking about for Ouroboros, as they want a shop. So this is SRS 5252, and this is their Amaya, and it is a shop. And that is the first one we're going to look at. I don't remember any of these. I wrote them down because I thought they were good at the time. So I apologize if it's not good. But this is my goal, was to... Wow, that's annoying. Is to show you this stuff. So we've got a little dock area. I mean, I appreciate now why Jayhart goes everywhere, because people get their feelings hurt if you don't spend the time to actually look at what they've created, and they may feel really hurt by it. And I don't want anybody to feel hurt because I, you know, missed something that they put their heart and soul into. But in the olden days, it was just not the way I did things. You know, I'd speed by stuff, but now I can't do that. Oh, look at this fountain. Oh, I love it. Or a little water feature. I don't know what to call it. It's like a pond, I guess. Hello, Parari. I don't have anything to give you. So a cute little barn bathhouse, I guess. And then we've got stairs. Oh, look at that! I've never seen anyone do that. How clever. Putting the Dres lamp in the camel's mouth. That is a cool idea. I might steal that. Second floor. We've got a little spot to eat your cheese and drink your whatever and look out over the pretty land because when it comes to Vardenfell, it's a beautiful view that you shouldn't miss. 5 effects, 600 items. Well, we saw one of the effects was the water. So we've got a somewhat traditional Vardenfellian home. I mean, we've got, I think that's Lalu, but I can never remember which. We got Numisma. You got anything for you, Numisma? Nope. I need all that. A nice little display over here using the limestone. That's an effect too, that stained glass. I like how they sunk the barrel into the wall. It almost looks like a sink, but it's got this with the thing on the bottom, but I think it is supposed to just be a keg. Hard to tell though. Storage. Little touches of reality have always been a thing for me. So the store on the bottom is the one on the bottom, I think, because that's where Numisma was. Oh my God. Check out that fireplace. That's something. I wrote down it was a cool fireplace. I wasn't kidding, was I? I was not kidding. Yeah, it really is. It's a really awesome fireplace. That's a good way of dealing with that spot. Especially when you're maxed out on items, right? Just put something over it. More of those, oh, this is lovely. Well, that's probably in effect the water. Yeah. And then the windows are. This person just likes using them as little necessary touches, like to be water or to be in a window when there's no window, you know, things like that. Everybody's got their own taste for effects. I've used them heavily, but, you know, not always. So I think I need 4 more of those Breton thingers. Thanks for the follow, Marguex code. Goodness. I'm nothing good on me. Let me go to where I have all my good stuff, and then I'll send you prezzies. I have a lot of storage houses. I buy too much crap. That's the reality of it. Gosh. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I think I know. It's going to be rough. Without using EHT, it's going to be rough. But we'll see. Okay, one goes to Shoriel. As a thank you. Oh, why'd you change? You may not even be on NA, I'm not sure. You are, okay. And then the next one goes to Mark. Marguex code. That's one hell of a name, dude. Oh, well, somebody on NA just got one, so that's fine. Mark, if you have an NA character, tell me the name and I'll send it to you. Let me show you my crafting house real quick because we're going to craft some stuff while we're there. I've got to think about this. Thinking is difficult. Oh, I know how I could do it. All right. Sorry, it just came to me. And then we'll look at the next house. I just want to get, I kind of want to break up the building along with looking at houses so that I keep everybody's attention, because some people like to watch the building and some people like to look at the houses, and it's just, it can be rough to decide what to do. But we've got, I want to build 4 of these Breton stalls. And that's it. And then we can check my permissions. No access, of course. Ridiculous. I don't know why it keeps changing like that. All right, and then the next house was Xannis's Autumn Gate. Xannis is really talented, and I want to do their, I want to show you their garden, because that's one of the things you can do for the, yeah, wow, they're butt heads. This is one of the things that you can do for the Ouroboros contest, which I mentioned is on the forums. So you can do that. Now, Xannis is a viewer and very talented. I'm sorry they're not here, but it's an idea for garden. Okay. Oh, things changed. So this is a farm garden, which is one of the things that you can do for Ouroboros. They were asking you to, they said that that's a good option. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the random rock that you get from elsewhere from interior of Lunar Champion, but I think you can buy it too, the rubble. And so they're using the rubble as dirt for planting. And then they've got all the different plants here. And a jerboa. And then they're growing berries. Like, I don't know, this could be grapes, it could be anything. One of the neat things that I recently noticed about these berries, hold on. Personality. Personality. Check out the berries on them. You've got the red ones here, but you have blue ones here. They're not all just red berries. They've also got blue ones. I had never noticed that before. So this is just an interesting little tidbit. Xannis likes to use effects too, and I think these are meant to be either bees or lightning bugs. I can't remember which. But this is an orchard, so it could be either. It's really kind of soothing, isn't it? That's interesting. Okay, so grapes don't grow on trees, but this is a sea grape tree. So it's possible that they're extrapolating from that this is a type of grape that does grow on trees. It's a sea grape. Makes perfect sense. Oh, look, there's a little cactus garden too. You could go that direction entirely. I just love it. I just love the idea of an orchard. Really good work. I had forgotten about this house. And then the interior looks like a hothouse. So you got mushrooms. And you got a little shrine area of hothouse flowers, I would assume. So that's really pretty. I like it. So that was step 2. I think I know what I need to buy. Nobody's in the brass, of course. There's piles of dirt that I like better than the rubble. I know, right? The piles of dirt that I like better than the rubble are the upside down junk piles from Clockwork. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you flip them upside down, they look more like dirt to me. than the rubble. But that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean it's right. And the next one we're going to go to is Captain Margot's. And I'll show you a general store, because a store is another one of the ones that you can enter. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. So I think I'm going to grab like 4 of these dirts. Here, the junk pile. See how it looks like there's dirt? Well, when you flip it over, you don't see the metal. This is something Swankery taught me, so very appreciated, Swankery. So let's go to Coco Michelle's. Yeah, Coco Michelle's general store, which is in their Captain Margot's. I'm gonna try to only go to 1 from each type of house. There are a lot of good ideas. Really, really good ideas. All right. So here's the general store that was done by Coco Michelle, and you can see they used barrel holders to hold barrels. Shocking thought. They also put little details underneath, which I really like. I'm going to put away my lamp. You've got Tithis is selling the stuff. There's some bread here. And it really does look like an old-timey general store with all the little shelves, which I think are the imperial shelves you get. That's a cobble. That's an interesting cobble. Just love the way that she sorted it and put... It just all looks like it fits just right where it is. Really, I like the barrel. I was gonna say, or the cheese holder. I was gonna say that. Sure. Let me look after. I would rather look at it per minute, so I'll look at it after. All right, so it'll be finished. Grandma Hammer Death. I don't want to spoil it before it's done. Okay, I'll take a look at it in a little bit. So yeah, this is Hammer Death. So it's this is Captain Margot. So it's a small spot. But, you know, they were kind of like small, like general stores are small to begin with. Hey, Franca. I'm thinking. All right, so let's go back and plop some things down. You know, it's beautiful. And I mean, 200 out of 200 items, it doesn't look like anything's missing. It's just a really good use of the space, like you said. You know, that I could see that going the wrong way and things looking like it's part is empty and part is full. But it seemed like she really thought it through and put everything in a good spot. All right. Now, excuse me, I'm just doing things here. Now, I'm looking at the house in another window, so don't think I just know this by heart, because I don't. So, place. I'm going to take those structures real quick. I'm going to do this. Now, all of this is going to eventually have to move over. That's one. And then we're going to make this all look better because we're going to make doors and all that kind of crap. Doors and windows and whatever, oh my. Gonna need a lot more than this. I don't know if it's doable now that I'm looking at it, but we'll see. Maybe it is. We'll see. So everything is a rough draft. So what I do is I just put things where I want them to be, but it's not a permanent thing. So don't think that these things are going to be where they stand or anything, because they're not. And now I need two things from elsewhere. And then we're going to look at one of Shirley's gardens, because she's amazing. Shirley is super talented. Doesn't give herself enough credit too, like a lot of us don't give ourselves enough credit. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? A lot of us are pretty hard on ourselves. Like Caffeinated Mayhem was saying that they weren't creative yesterday. It's like, are you kidding me? You're creative. You're extremely creative. All right. Oops, wrong thing. I need you. Now what I want here is these pillars. So maybe 3 of them. I could always go back and buy more, but we'll see. I'm just trying to do the front, not the rest. I have not enoled yet. Okay, so then, all right, so Charolais Coldharbour. Unless it's been changed. I don't think it has. She's usually pretty good about leaving her builds up. Stuffy nose, stuffy nose. Trying to get this all set up, figure things out. And then we're going to look at Monkfest's house, because they have an amazing fish tank. And the fish tank is another option. Nobody has a potato. I know that's surprising to you. But you could do a potato farm. You could do some sort of large baked potato. Oh no, she did change this. Okay, I'm wrong, but I can still show it to you. So this is it's freestanding city type town, which also counts for things we're supposed to look at. And it's got some EHT, but for the most part, it's a hand cobble. I mean, a hand freestanding. Words are hard. So she's got a lot of things going on here. The day obviously is an effect, because this is Coldharbour, but it really works in this area. And she's just got a lovely little gardens and all sorts of stuff that look just beautiful. It's a very European looking town, and there's lots of false doors here, which makes it look like there's a lot more going on, you know, like it's alive. There's things happening. There's a restaurant. Um, and this is a storefront window, I think. Got where people live, little houses where people live. It's really a beautiful, beautiful home. And Harbor View Cafe, so you can imagine that the other side of it has a harbor view. I'm Little Market. And here's the harbor. So it's just this lovely little European town, and I like it an awful lot. And, you know, as somebody who's built freestanding stuff, I know how hard it is to do. So this is it just makes you feel really happy and at home. I don't know, it makes me feel happy. I'm gonna make some things. I have to make 2 things. I want to make 2 ceiling things. Like panels for the roof. Yes, it's very Italian. It's beautiful. Okay. You know, I had bought all of these furniture mats to resell, and now I'm ending up using most of them. I was thinking about going with a no, I'm going to do the orcish stuff. I'm going to do the orcish tents because they have the right texture. Don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. If I can figure out structures, I guess. I guess it's a cloth item. That would make sense. An orcish tent would be a cloth item. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. I better look it up. Here it is. Orcish tent. Woodworking. It is woodworking. I must not have the right structures. I must not have the right materials. Oh no, there it is, dumbass. I is the dumb. There is a second type of orcish tent structure that I'm thinking of. But this is not it. It's got like one side is slanted and the other isn't. I might be able to find it. This is the trouble with building. It takes a lot of knowing what's out there to begin with. You're a fish tank. I don't know what that means. I'm just being silly. Being silly. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. I'm going to find it though. If it takes all day, which it won't. Ah, there it is. Orcish shelter, shingled. Structures, tents. Do I not know how to make this? Orcish. What is it called? Shelter. Nope, I don't know how to make it, I guess. Well, we're gonna find it then. Oh, look at that. What do you know? I can give some money to somebody in a, what's it called? In a thieves' den. That's always good, because they get screwed. They get screwed because not a lot of traffic, but they also get screwed because a lot of times they don't get, the flip doesn't happen for a day or two. Yeah, I know. Wait. I don't know. You're right. I'm a derp. It is in clothing. Whatever, I'll go make it in Sentinel. I apologize. I am a derp. I can probably make it too. Nobody said I was bright. But thank you for pointing it out, because sometimes I don't notice these things. I knew it existed, but I wasn't sure. I thought it was woodworking. So the one is woodworking, the other one is clothing. Bizarre. They look almost identical, except for the shape. All right, structures. Yep, I can make it. With, if I buy some manganese, which I need to do.
How can I help?
I guess I don't make a lot of orc stuff. Yeah, I was looking at that. I think I want the shelter. The other one isn't quite the right shape for what I want. So let's try 4 of these. Worst case scenario, I sell them. All right, next place we go. Now that I've gotten some more materials together. I know it can be really boring to watch somebody build, but this is, you know, this is how you do it. Okay, Monk Fists, Daggerfall. I gotta warn you, Monk Fist has a jump scare at the beginning. So if you're, just expect it, okay? Because otherwise it can really freak you out. Oh, no! Never mind. He's removed it. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, Ballet Cerise Linchal. I'll get through these sooner or later. I have so many that I need to look at. Oops, no. Linchal. Okay. This is a garden. But there's more to come. More things to look at. You know, sometimes I feel like such a dumbass when I'm building on stream. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel stupid that I don't catch on to things like that because my lack of focus, my inability to focus because of my illness, it becomes so clear when I'm building on stream because it's like I'm distracted, so I don't think all the way through, and like my brain gets fuzzy and I make mistakes. Like I don't notice things like, oh, that's not woodworking, you know. This is Belay Seri's beautiful, beautiful linchal. And it's a very serene, gorgeous garden. And I don't sure if I've ever been up on her towers. I don't know if she has anything up there. No, okay. There's nothing on the towers other than a beautiful view. But yeah, I get embarrassed. I mean, I have just a general sense of, okay, I know this thing exists and I know what it looks like, and therefore, um, I should be able to get it. You know, it's like I've seen all of these items a million times because I pay a lot of attention to it, but I don't always remember where they are or whatever. I like the idea of sinking fences into the ground so that you only get this like picket almost fence. Because this is actually a full-sized fence with an Eleanor fence, and but if you sink it, it's a beautiful edging. Oh, I don't know. Oh, look! This is the double-sided one that I was thinking about, but I don't want a double-sided one because I want to use it just as on an angle, and this might be a little bit wrong. Easy peasy. Oh, they sunk down one of the Breton shops so that it looks like a chicken coop. Really cute stuff. Hey, Coffee, I have you still. Oh, I found it. With Zerbit's and everyone else's help, they directed me to the proper. They directed me to the proper item. I was trying to make an orcish tent in the wrong type of machine, and I was just feeling stupid because it's like, I have trouble focusing ever since I got ill. It's like hard to think. All right. These are the wood elf thrones are so much fun. I want a lot of those. It's just so pretty. The skies sometimes. You ever just stop and see how pretty everything is and just realize like, wow, this is gorgeous. I've been taking a lot of what in the world Oz would literally kill off previewing? I don't know. Why in the world Oz would kill it off? Well, you can do it with I mean, you can still do it with EHT. EHT will let you preview items. Look at the fencing. Putting the fencing inside of the fence. Yeah, if you have EHT, you can preview any item when you're looking at the auction house. I mean, the vendors or the traders. Look, it's a creepy garden in the back. Numisma just is unlucky again. Oh, this is cool. The little fairies hiding. I'll show it to you the next time we go down to a shop. I'll show you how EHT previews. I don't have preview item in my... Oh, that you can't do. I don't know why. You know, I don't know that they killed it off. Did they ever have it? I think it was because, I think that the person who was updating item preview stopped updating it. I think that's the issue. Not that they killed it off. And then, yeah. That's the best you can do with is what EHT does. But then also, you have to understand that they didn't do the base code. They offshored it. So they don't really even know how their code works in a lot of ways. Did they? Totally? I know Item Preview did it, but they stopped being updated. I don't know about another one. I think we've seen this whole thing. Now I want to check. I wonder if it was a memory thing. Because every time someone clicked on it, it would have to search the database and pull something. I don't know. Maybe their code just couldn't handle it. The code is not meant to expand to the level of what they have it expanded it to. So it's possible. Yeah, I know. I know. All right. All right, let's do furnishings. See? At least in the shops, you can preview with EHT. You can also measure. So now you know this is 2 meters. They used to have a person there, but so you got that at least. So EHT will do it in shop. I don't think it'll do it anywhere else other than in shops like that. So sad to say. I don't know why it's like that. But I don't remember them actually like killing it off so much. I don't remember. It wouldn't surprise me though. I mean, they killed off, everything that MM tried to do. They killed them off. And now everyone thinks it's MM's fault and blames them. It's so obnoxious. It's like, it's not MM's fault. They didn't do anything wrong. All right. So let's go out here because I'm a dumb arse. All right. So we've got the start. And then we've got, where are the structures? Yeah. Tents. All right, so what I was thinking is, actually I may not need that many. Something like that. Remember, this is completely like draft, so it's not as good as I would like it to be. All right, and then we've got the courtyard, some sticks. This should work. This will even be longer than I need. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to bury this somehow, or just make this really long somehow. We'll figure something out. Something will be figured. Step in the right direction. Sometimes I just fiddle with things. It's not always great, but you know, it's something. Okay, that'll do. I need another one. Typical. Typical, typical, typical. We'll figure it out. At this point, we're just throwing it down there. There's nothing on the second floor. I'll move it so that I'll fix things. I will definitely fix things. This is not to scale. This is totally just me throwing shit together for the moment. To get things in the general, yeah, I can. Space. Let me just throw down some dirt. It'll get there. This is how I just work. I do rough drafts. Everybody has their way, and this is mine. Ugh, it's a PNG. It may not show. Let me save it as a JPEG, and then I'll be able to show it. Oh, wait. You guys can see it, right? That's it. I mean, I'm just playing with this. You know? I'm working on it. It's not going to be... This is just a draft. It's not going to look perfect. It's just me throwing stuff in the general vicinity of where I want it to go. I'm listening. But I'm thinking about not doing this at all, honestly. Like, it's starting to seem like an impossible task. I'm removing it. I removed it. I hope. You mean the thing I'm using? Here? These things? Yeah, it's this thing. I'm pretty sure this is what you mean. Nope, don't like it. Gonna restore back to what I had. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the way to do that. You copy the data that you exported earlier, and then you open EHT,